I'm Patricia Gras. Welcome to Passion Time. Today I have with me a dear friend, a very talented young woman. She's young, I'm not, but she's very talented. Loris Simon Salum is a filmmaker. She's also an author now. She is the director of Literally Short Film Festival. This festival has been going on in Houston for 4 years. We're really excited to have it. And first of all, Loris, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And second, I want to know, I think I know what your passion is, but I want you to tell me, how did you find your passion and how are you living your passion?
Well, I think I found my passion this year. It was a very strange.
Besides your husband, okay?
Besides my husband. I realized that there was a pattern in everything I did in my life, and I realized that my passion is witnessing the process of how things that are unspoken in this world come to take form.
Wow. Okay.
So that's how the book came about in the movie, and it's also reflects in my passion for film. It's all these ideas and everything that happens within us that we decide to bring out and put in the form of film or writing, or even just the how we help others, or
Sure.
It just depends.
So tell me about the Literally Short Film Festival. It's been going on for 4 years here in Houston. Why did you start it? And I know that it's people from all over the world. Tell me about how many people from the world participate, because you've got all countries from all over the world.
Yeah, we opened the submissions internationally, and this year we received about 400 films. So we're growing slowly, but we're getting there.
400. That's not enough? Come on, 400 films. Okay. From all over the world, right?
Yeah, from all over the world. Mm-hmm.
What's the farthest country that you've gotten a film from?
This year, probably, I would say New Zealand or
Okay.
Nigeria as well.
Okay, wonderful.
Pretty far.
Now, tell me, in the 4 years, and this year you're holding it in June.
Yeah.
Usually it's every June.
Every June.
This year is June.
14th to 18th.
Okay, and it's here in Houston, and so it's called Literally Short Film Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how you submit to this film festival, because I'm sure young filmmakers are probably interested in this. And is there an award for it?
Yeah.
How do you pick the films that win?
So you can submit a film that is up to 25 minutes, and we accept films through Film Freeway or Without a Box. Those are big submission platforms. And we also accept films through our website, which is literallyshort.com. And the films we like to screen are stories that have multiple layers. So it's not just what you see at first sight, it's also the message that comes behind it. And we love films that have something to say about the world, either personally on a personal level, but then sometimes that reflects into something that's happening worldwide. So we just like to have those types of films in our festival. And we give 3 top cash prizes, which are Grand Jury Prize, we give $5,000. Best Picture, we give $1,000. Sorry, did I say $5,000?
$5,000 is a Grand
Okay,
Jury Prize.
yes, and then Best Picture is $1,000, and the Award of Excellence winner wins $500.
Okay, now tell me what kind of, you said stories with layers.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about some of the films that have won, so that people get an idea of what could win.
Sure. So one of the films that really stuck with me was this film that won last year. It won the Best Picture award, and it's called Scheherazade, and it was by Mernoush Alia, and she's from Iran, but she lives in the U.S.
Okay.
And the story is about these women that are being interviewed by a man, and you think that they're being cast for this horror film, when, as the movie goes on, you notice how this man actually has them trapped and they can't leave the room.
Right.
So on the most superficial level, it's just about a man interviewing women and then he traps them.
Right.
But then the multiple layers behind it, he always asks them, tell me a story about yourself. So it makes the reference to Scheherazade as well. And it also makes a reference about how women sometimes behave, or the things that happen to women, and the being trapped, the the
Sort
being.
of that's the underlying, you're trapped as a woman, right?
Yeah.
Either because of projection of society, or you have to do, you have to be a mother,
Right.
you have to be a wife, you have to be all the, you have to.
Right, but in
right?
a way, it's also how they allow themselves to be victims until the very end, because
Right.
you can tell that they're all feeling uncomfortable by these questions that are not even about film anymore. They're more personal questions, and they want to be polite, so they remain in their
Like we're
seat. They
supposed
don't
to
move.
be polite.
Yeah.
If you're too aggressive, then you're, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So, which is not what happens to men,
Right.
right?
So that's just one
The
example.
one that stuck with me was the film about the trash done in Mexico City, about a man who goes under the water in the
Right.
trash. I don't remember exactly what he does, but I was like,
Yeah.
this really happens? Tell me about that.
It's a documentary about, it was called The Diver, and by Esteban Arrangois. And he filmed this man in Mexico that has gotten quite a bit of media on him, because he goes down into the trash sewers, and
the
he
sewers.
like unplugs them. He just
makes sure that it takes the trash out that's in the way.
yeah, it allows the flow
The
to
flow
keep
that
going,
goes,
because
yeah.
otherwise it builds up.
And he
And
has to dress up, and he has to be
like a
extreme-
diver, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. No, I thought that was very, very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. And tell me, what do you think has been the most interesting film? And maybe sometimes they don't win,
Mm-hmm.
but anything that really grabbed your attention the last 4 years, besides the two that you've told me about?
Let me see.
Because I mean, what's really interesting to me about this festival is that it's from all over the world, and here you have, you know, different perspectives on life.
Right.
But the theme is universal.
It
because
is.
We're all in this together.
Yes, very
Right?
much so.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first year was the most difficult, because we only let in 3 films, which were the top 3 winners. We weren't a festival yet. We were just an awards ceremony.
Right.
So the amount of films that we let go was horrific, because there were so many good films. But I remember we got one film about this young boy that found out this trend on YouTube that was one hit a quitter. And so it was about these kids that would run up to people and hit them and then run off. And so this kid, you see how he's getting influenced by all these videos, and it comes to the point where his professor in school, because he's young, he confronts him about something. I can't remember, it's been a few years, but the boy goes and hits the professor. And so it was just stunning, because, you know, you as you grow older, you don't see what younger generations are looking at, or what's going to spark their interest, or what resonates with their generation. So to have seen that violence resonate with this boy was just, I don't know, it was just,
It's like a wake-up call.
yeah.
Now, why should people, I've been to the festival, I really enjoyed it, but why should people attend the festival?
Well, I think we should give more importance to art in general. And because the films that we play, they are from all over the world, and they speak about the things that we as humans are feeling throughout the globe. So there's a truth in there that you don't see in politics, that you don't see in the newspapers, and it's the things that are happening inside of us, and we're expressing those in different forms. And you don't have to be sitting on a huge podium with a microphone to really see what's happening. And so I think when you attend a festival like that, you get an idea of what people are saying, you know,
what they're thinking,
what
in
they're
other
feeling.
parts of the world, and you know, what I really liked about that I read about your festival is also that your mission is international collaboration in the arts, and you know, I want to share with me why you felt that was the most important thing when you decided to do this festival.
Well, I think that people have more similarities than they do differences, and we do not focus any of our narratives worldwide on that. And I think the arts is one of the things that allows you to vanish those boundaries and just focus on what we have to say, because if you dig deep enough, you find that it's pretty much the same thing. Everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants to be loved, everyone wants to be respected, and they want to be heard. And so it just takes on different colors, but in the end, it's the same thing. So I think that the more we focus on our similarities, the more we can work together and the more we can have empathy towards each other, and the less violence we need to solve anything, pretty much.
Beautiful, beautiful. So bring along the peace. All right, Loris Simon, make sure you attend the festival. It's here in Houston. It's going to be in June. You have the date right down here. And every year it's going to be around that time. It's really a fun thing to do, and you meet people also from all over the world. Thank you so much, Loris Simon, for joining us. And I want to thank Melina Levine for doing my makeup. I want to thank Literal for being a sponsor and for the jewelry. Oros Joya. The jewelry. All right. Thank you for watching Passion Time, and we'll see you next time.